Taanis Daf, how's everybody doing? We say every day in Kriya Shema, V'nosati mitar artzachem b'itoy, and I'll give you rain in its proper time. What is it? Yoire u'malkosh. These are two types of rain. Yoire falls in Cheshvan, Malkosh falls in Nisan. What does Yoire mean? It can mean a number of things. It could either mean Yoire, a lashon of teaching, like a moira. It teaches people, hey, it's about to rain. Get your roof ready. Get your fruit out of the open. Bring them inside. Take care of business. It could also be a lashon of teaching. Just like a Rebbe teaches a Talmud, benachas, he's calm, that's the way to teach. The Reuven Gershom says it's the best way to be mechanech a kid, calmly. So too, this rain comes down calmly. It could also mean rava. It's a lashon of being saturated. It saturates the field. And just like yoira, as we learned yesterday, is a lashon of bracha in the pasuk of yoyel, so too, malkosh, which comes right next to it, yoira or malkosh, they're both a bracha. What does malkosh mean? It could be a lashon of mal kashus, to take a milah to cut off the hardening of Klal Yisrael. Or it can mean to fill the wheat. It could also mean that it comes down on, the rain comes down on the wheat. Now, there's something called a Refuah Rishona, the first rain, which actually is 3 short rains. And the dates given in the Gemara, and there's a 3-way machlokes within these 5 dates, but they're all within the 5 dates. And the way the machlokes works is, when does it start? Once we know the date that it starts, we take 3 of those dates. The dates are the 3rd of Cheshvan, the 7th of Cheshvan, as you see in the calendar, the 17th of Cheshvan, Chav Gimel Cheshvan, and Rosh Chodesh. According to Rameir, it starts the very first one, Gimel, and we take it 3 dates, Gimel, Zayin, Yud Zayin. According to Rabbi Yehuda, it starts on the 2nd date, the 7th, Zayin Cheshvan, and we take 3 dates from there, Zayin, Yud Zayin, Chav Gimel. These are the 3 rains, Zayin, Yud Zayin, Chav Gimel. And according to Rabbi Yossi, it starts in Yud Zayin and goes Yud Zayin, Chav Gimel, and Rosh Chodesh Kislev. But only according to Rabbi Yossi do we have the understanding in the Bryce. The Bryce says that it's possible to gap from the first rain to the second, and from the second to the third. Now, only according to Rabbi Yossi, you could have, if you have a 7-day rain, in other words, it rains 7 days straight, you could gap from the 17th to the 23rd, and from the 23rd to Rosh Chodesh. Why do we have, what's the significance of these 3 rains? Well, the first one is to know when to start saying V'sein Talamata. According to Rameir, you start on the 3rd. According to Rabbi Yehuda, you start on the 7th. According to Rabbi Yossi, on the 17th. But what's the second one for? Well, the Gemara gives a number of reasons. The second one is for Nadarim. If a person says, I swear that I won't do X, Y, Z until the rain, or from the rain, he's referring to the second middle one. Because when it comes to Nadarim, it goes based on how people speak, and people use the second rain as the rain. It also could refer to olives. The olives in the field that are given to the poor, if the poor don't take it, and it starts raining, then you are permitted to take it by the second rain. Another halacha that it could be referring to is that there's a takana that you're permitted to go through other people's fields for a shortcut. But that's provided that there's no rain. Once there's rain and you walking through the field is going to cause mud and you're going to ruin the field, you're not allowed to go through his field. But that starts only from the second rain. And what's the significance of the third rain? The significance is to know when to start fasting when it doesn't rain. Once it comes, let's say according to Rabbi Meir, 3, 7, 17, so it comes to the 17th, doesn't rain, you start fasting. Rain is the husband of the field. It's the zachar, the field is the nekeva, as we say on the Taanis, v'hailida v'hitzmicha. The field gives birth to the growth. If it rained in the first rain 1 tefach, then you don't fast any longer. If the second rain was enough to make like mud that you could close a barrel with it, then it's no longer a curse of va'atzaras hashamayim. Same will apply that if rain fell before va'atzar, in other words, before the time of Kriya Shema, and in the morning would mean that you have to have very thick clouds, and let's say it rained on part of the city, that's not a curse. Now, you make a bracha when you see rain, but it has to be like a chassan going towards a kala. One pshat in Rashi is that there's so much water on the ground that when there's a drop of rain, another one pops up towards that drop. And what do you say? Moedim kol tipa v'tipa. We thank you, Hashem, for every drop of rain. And Rabbi Yochanan finishes off the bracha. Ilu filu malei shir kayam v'lo yazavunu chasadecha. And he finishes off with the bracha Baruch Roiv Haidais. Most of the Haidais. According to Rav, you say Kela Haidais. And according to Rav Papa, you say both Kela Haidais and Roiv Haidais. If it started raining in the beginning of the year, a proper rain, then it's very good for Teves, Chodesh Teves, to be without rain at all, like Al Amana without rain. Because then Talmidei Chachamim don't have to worry about the mud, and they could get to the Beis Medrash, and that mud is not going to adhere to the crop and ruin the crop. Have a wonderful day.